Alright, this video is going to be going over all of the mayoral candidates for San Antonio, Texas. There's a lot of them, so let's get started. First up, we have Jay Miller. He's the youngest candidate to run for mayor. There's not really much to say here. He's a military vet and he wants to bring youth into local politics. He also wants to help improve local businesses. But other than that, there's nothing left. I don't know what his plans are or what his platform is other than those two things. So, on to the next one. Next, we have Justin Macaluso, a quality manufacturing manager who wants to work with CPS and SAWS to create a contingency plan against extreme weather. He also wants to make public transit free by eliminating transit fares and relying on the already existing federal assistance funds. He believes in police reform and wants to strengthen our healthcare system and focus on mental health. In addition, he wants to make internet an essential utility and wants to make the city more disabled friendly by redesigning certain city buildings and transit vehicles. Lastly, he wants to redesign and create a balance between industrial zones and public zones. That's it for Justin Macaluso. Next on to Gary Allen, who is a conservative high school teacher and principal who also has a master's degree in administration. They're an avid Trump supporter and he definitely wants you to know that. In addition, he doesn't believe in the mask mandate and is anti-abortion. Alright, Frank Adam Muniz. He's a lawyer. That's it. That's all I can find on the guy. Antonio Diaz, a human rights activist, past candidate, and Green Party member. He wants to create affordable housing, he supports Prop B, and wants to renegotiate the contract so he can get the bad cops out. Wants to create funding for mental health and have a hands-on approach on supporting local businesses. On to Ron Nierenberg, who is our incumbent for this election. In addition, he has previously been the District 8 Council representative for 2 terms. He has a wealth of civil service experience, like being the program director of the Annenberg Public Policy Center, being on the board of Northside Neighbors, and being the president of Springvale's Homeowner Association. He supports the mask mandate, wants to focus on health and safety, and created the Ready to Work initiative, created the Mayor's Housing Policy Task Force, wants to continue the Edwards Aquifer Protection Act, and increase funding for public transit without increasing taxes. And lastly, he wants to have body cam footage on all police officers and release it to the public after 60 days. Okay, Michael Andrade, whose experience includes being a senior federal officer for almost 2 decades and a U.S. Navy commander for foreign wars. Now, he voted against pre-KSA. Next, John Velasquez, licensed clinical psychologist and supporter of mental health. He wants to create financial penalties for CPS and SAWS and the leadership that runs them. Wants to reduce gridlock traffic by having remote-controlled traffic lights commanded by human people. In addition, he also wants to create more exits along the highway. He also wants to create variable speed lanes. That way, each lane has its own speed limit. Next on the list, we have Dan Martinez, who worked for SAPD International Affairs for 4 years and commissioned for 2. In addition, in 1978, he was elected to the Alamo Community College District. He wants to lower taxes on utilities, and he supports Proposition B. He also wants to remove arbitration from the police contract. He supports the Mayor's Ready to Work initiative, and wants to remove top officials from CPS and SAWS. Continuing on to Denise Gutierrez, who sat on the East Side Community Planning Committee, and who has been open about voting no on Proposition A and B. She supports green energy and wants to update our infrastructure to keep up with modern technology, such as including virtual education and remote health alternatives. She also wants to turn our libraries into police substations. Next, we have Greg Brockhouse, the one-term councilman for District 6 and the runner-up of the last election. Opposes the Ready to Work initiative and would alternatively like to push those resources to Alamo College and Workforce Solutions. Wants to change leadership at CPS and push for renewable energy. Finally, he wants to open records at City Hall for the public to see. Next, Ray Basilidou wants to mandate early education. That's it. Joshua James Galvin dropped out. Finally, Tim Atwood, 2nd grade school teacher who also ran last election. He supports the Ready to Work initiative but feels like it needs to go further and does not support Proposition B. He also wants to remove the mayor from the board of SAWS and CPS. Alright, that is all of them. That is all the mayoral candidates. My God, this took way longer than I ever thought it would. I understand why it's so hard to research these candidates now. The amount of research that I did was ridiculous, especially for each candidate, depending on how much information was made to the public or not. I highly recommend doing the research for yourself. I was going to do the other districts, but I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to do that in enough time. The election, as far as when I'm recording this, is literally going to happen tomorrow, and the amount of time it's going to take to edit this is going to be a while. So do the research, go out and vote. Please, please, please go out and vote, and I will see you guys next time. Be kind to one another, be beautiful, be amazing, and don't forget to be awesome 100%. Bye-bye, guys.